Hi everyone, I'm glad to see you again and welcome back to Small Engine Repair Tutorial. Today we have this GX25 Honda blower which belongs to a customer. He used to purchase parts from us, a rebuild kit, and he's very good small engine mechanic. And he used to rebuild carburetors, fix lawnmowers and small engines. And he does fix this one, and he tried to change on different carburetors with the old one, Chinese one, and the genuine carburetor, and the engine is still not running properly. So this time he asked for help, and today we'll try I will try to fix this unit, and we'll see if I can fix it for him. And let's get started. So currently he fitted with the aftermarket carburetor, and we'll see if we can start the engine. He said that it starts, but it doesn't rev. That's the problem. So the problem also is I can't adjust the idle, or not idle, the revs, because it has a different screw. It's a Pac-Man type, and what we have here is a flat screwdriver, and I don't have that long uh, special screwdriver to reach from all the way from here. So we'll see what the carburetors he's fitted in, and we'll have a look. Okay, we'll try to open this one. Hey, look at that cover. It's a broken. Originally it was broken, and what he did is he placed aluminum bent with rivets. It's pretty good, which does the job. So using the M8 socket, just take these two with the tube at the back. You can take this one out. So taking the throttle cable, and also the fuel line. Make sure to release if there's any pressure on the line. Okay. So we'll have a look at the carburetor. See what. See the carburetor there? That's the idle screw. It's broken and missing. So what he did is he placed a metal plate, aluminum plate, and screw it at the back to stop for the throttle as a stopper. But the problem with this one is you can't adjust how far the idle or the throttle will stop. So it's a bit of modification on this carburetor, and we will check for pressure test and for this carburetor how it goes. Okay, we'll test this carburetor. Okay, when you release the pressure by pressing the valve, that needle should drop down to close to 0 psi. It's around 5 psi. And problem is it stopped there. Every time you press the primer bulb, it releases but stop. So the problem with this one, there's also a problem with this one. It could be too much incorrect spring, the metering spring, or the adjustment for the lever, which we can which we can use with this gauge here. So which carburetor that you think the best to rebuild? We have all these different types of carburetor, and which one's the best for us to rebuild now? So if we do this one, the problem is this one. We might use this part here. As long as we can adjust this part, it seems like it's working. We can adjust, or we can use the aftermarket carburetor. But for me, so I think it's up to you which one you choose. For me, I'm going to rebuild a genuine carburetor, and I will use the genuine carburetor for now, and we'll use the best parts, and we'll check which one is faulty, which one is no good, which one's good. So we'll use all the good ones. So we'll do that. So what I will do is I have to pull this carburetor apart and use some of the good parts. And I doubt that this is the right spring. This is the wrong spring. That's difficult to take it out. Okay, so definitely we don't use this one. So we might use the base. Okay. This one we might use this one as well. So we keep that gasket. So he doesn't want to change the kit with a new one. If possible, we can use the one that's just fitted in. And you look at this one. This is a genuine Walbro carburetor, but looking from here, I suspect that this is not the Walbro base or metering base. We'll have a look. Definitely not. So this is a Chinese type metering base, which he's mixing it up. He's using with a genuine Walbro. So the difference, you can tell the difference. The genuine and the Chinese one is, that's the Chinese one, that's aftermarket, and this is genuine. You can see the genuine has 3 or 2 volts plugs, and doesn't have direct hole directly to the check valve for the main jet. So you can also tell from here at the back, this part here, that's a Chinese one, and this is the genuine with some of the pins or fingers around it. So same thing with this. This is also a genuine Walbro. Does only have 2 volts plugs. So we don't use this one for this body. So we will see if we can. That's really hardened and stiff, and it's stick into this body here. So we have to tell him that we need to replace with a new rebuild kit. Okay. So we'll use this one. Okay. So we'll see what we can do with this one first. So remember when we tested this one before, this one's making some crackling noise. So we'll see what's happening inside. Okay, so this body here is also genuine Walbro, but the metering base is not a genuine. You can tell from here, and then that's damaged. So you can tell from here, that's also not genuine Walbro base from the check valve. And let's have a look at the inside. See, there's also this aftermarket type metering base. So still looks okay. Some of you definitely you can still use this one as long as it won't leak through the side when it's fully closed. And that's really that metering lever there. It's really high. Okay, so this is the body. So this is the right spring for the diaphragm spring. This is the original spring. You compare the spring from here, which is really badly the shape. I don't know, maybe it's custom made. Probably he made this one. Don't tell him. Yes, but see that it's really bad. So definitely we can use this one, and yeah, you can use this one if you want, but for me I will change this one with a new. We'll take this one later. So we have two carburetor body. We'll see which one is better, but you can't really tell which one's better. They're both good. They're both okay. So as long as the new rotary throttle body will fit on any one of those, on any one of these. Yeah, this one fits perfectly. Yeah, this one also fits perfectly. So they're both the same. So which one do you want to use? This one or this one? Okay, we'll use this one. So we use this one, the spring. So we use either one of these, but depends on if the check valve is good, then we'll use that. Otherwise we'll use this one. So either one of those. This is the primer base. The primer base for the genuine and the aftermarket won't make any difference, and they're pretty much the same. So either way you can use the aftermarket or the genuine primer base. So there's a little bit of damage on the corner. Okay, we'll use this one for the base. Then for the primer bulb, which one is better? This one, I think this one's better. Not much rust, so we'll use that. And some of the metering lever, we'll use the metering lever and spring from here, from the not from that one. So which one has the genuine spring and the lever? Possibly this one is because genuine spring and the aftermarket spring will make slightly difference. I'll just use any of the spring. Okay. So we have spring there and some metering lever. We have this, we have that one, either this one or the other one, the body, and I think that's it, and the spring, and we'll put the rest, and then we use this one. We'll rebuild that one, and also this one. I just want to quickly show you the one that doesn't pump. What's the problem with this one? I'll quickly show you this one. Let's open this. Okay. We'll take this one out. So what do you think the problem is? So the needle valve is not closing, right? It's the needle valve is not closing. That's why the pressure won't, we can apply the pressure. So what's the most common problem when the needle valve is not closing? That's because of the lever is not pushing the needle valve properly. So we'll see the height, check the height of this, the lever. Okay, the problem in this one is the height of the that lever. See that? That's way too high. That's way too high. So we'll push this one in. We hold the other end, and while pushing this one down, okay, so it's about there. So I'll try this one. Okay, we'll try it again. And we'll see. See, that's holding the pressure now. We need to replace this O-ring on the main jet. Now with this one, we'll check if the check valve is still working. Yep. Yep. And it's on the 2. And this one should block the jet with the spray from going back. Yeah, it's all good. Make sure also that just block this one in. Okay, so okay, using a T-strainer with steel wool inside, replace all the small parts. So we have all these, we can choose one of these. We just clean everything. Okay, we'll assemble this one. Then we have to adjust the height of the lever. That's pretty good. Okay. The mesh. So just use a flat round to push the mesh, but if you're familiar with the mesh and installing the mesh, just push it with the tweezer or any then it's a new O-ring. And the jet, it's a main jet. So we'll have a look at which one that we can use. So otherwise you can use a new gasket and diaphragm kit. But for this demonstration I would like to use the old one. So we'll see which one is this one maybe. This one's already have mark on it. Also this one. So please make note that using the old one might leak the pressure when you do a pressure test. Yeah, this one's good. This one's I really like to replace this one, but for this demonstration we'll try. This is really hard, so don't want to use that. So we'll see. Okay, place the gasket first. then the spring, then the fuel pump diaphragm, then the metering gasket, then the metering diaphragm, because we're using the old gasket, so we have to tight this one really hard. So when you use the new gasket, you don't really have to tight it really hard. So before we install this one, we can test this one with our pressure test. This other nozzle also. Oh dear, it's leaking. It doesn't hold the pressure. It doesn't hold the pressure. Okay, we'll place this one in under the water, and we'll see where that leaking come from. I suspect would be through the side of the gasket, because we're using the old gasket, a hardened gasket, and we cannot really seal that one properly. We cannot compress that properly. Okay, I have water here, so we'll place this one under the water to see. See the bubble coming from the side. See the bubble coming from the metering gasket, between the metering base and the metering gasket. That's where the bubble coming out from. So that's the problem when using old gasket, metering gasket or fuel pump gasket, because it's already hardened and you cannot compress it any further. So to compress it really hard, you need to tighten the screw really hard, and it will damage the thread inside. So I already tightened the screw really hard, and now you saw that it's leaking. It's dropping and you can see the bubble. So I have to rebuild it again and replace with a new rebuild kit. Okay, this time we need to replace this one with a new rebuild kit. Okay, so here we have a new rebuild kit. So new fuel pump gasket. So this is a rubber fuel pump diaphragm, which is much better than the other one. Oh, sorry. It's a new metering gasket. So new metering diaphragm. Okay, so I will test it again. So it's all good now. Okay, we'll install this carburetor. Okay, so I adjust the throttle of the camera because it's very difficult to adjust from the table. So I just on the ground and start the engine. So now we put in a choke and start the engine again. Prime. Sorry, I forgot to install the manifold O-ring. Otherwise, all good. Surprising, right? Still working without the manifold O-ring. So it's not really critical to have that O-ring, but it's good to have it. All good. So finally it's working, and we managed to fix the unit, and we proved that we're able to fix the unit. And thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something for today, and see you next time. Bye for now.